Shalom. All right, Shalom. Get set up real quick. Bear with me. It's a lot. Okay. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, B'Kakwadash, Shalom. This is y&ymission. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. y&ymission is affiliate camp of GMS. I just want to go into right now. This is the time to lock in more than ever with the Lord. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. And as a man of the Lord, as a servant of the Lord, fear, not having fear in these times is very important. Okay. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. I was called to the ministry, you know, by the spirit and power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Okay, and ever since then, I've only been here for four years, teaching basically for 3 years, consistently. Okay, so it's no fear with me when it comes to this truth, especially at these times as things are getting tighter. Okay, Esau's coming down with great wrath and whatnot. So it's imperative as a man of the Lord, servant of the Lord, start with oneself first and foremost, not to have fear, okay, not to worry in these times, okay, because what we know ultimately Yahweh and Yahweh Shah will what? Have our back, right? He's gonna make sure that we're good, okay, in these times of judgment, all right? So I'm just want to bring out some scriptures, you know, to back up, you know, not worrying, not having fear in these times, basically, and just, you know, trying to comfort any Israelite out there, men of the Lord, servant of the Lord, that may be anxious or have a little bit of fear or doubt. Okay, you shouldn't have that spirit on you. You should have the spirit of faith right now. Okay, so that's very important in these times of judgment. Okay, because there's a lot of judgment going out. You see a lot of things changing with laws and whatnot like that. So it's very important right now to not worry, not have any fear. Know that what Yahweh Most High is going to ultimately take care of you in these times of judgment. All right. So just want to bring out some scriptures. All right. 2 Timothy 1:7. For Yahweh have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. Okay. So he didn't. But like I said, he didn't give us the spirit of fear. Okay. We have the spirit of power. Okay. We have a power and a love and a sound mind, and that's what's going to keep us stable in these times of judgment and everything that's going through. Okay, having a sound mind. Okay, being stabilized, understanding what's going on. Okay, being a watchman, knowing what's going to happen before everybody else knows, having to jump on everybody else, so then we can mentally prepare. Okay, we should have been mentally preparing with this for, you know, as long as I've been in the truth. I've been mentally preparing, okay, with the truth and different things of the prophecies, okay. So as a man of the Lord, servant of the Lord, we go in the scriptures, we break things down, okay. We understand what is the next move, okay. And right now the next move is what? The MOTB, okay. We see that the U.S. is positioning itself, its assets, its wartime assets, and around China and all, you know, not too far from Iran, okay, from its enemies, okay. So we see that the U.S. is preparing itself to strike, okay, and all we're now waiting for, all assets are in position. Ukraine, no peace deals are being fully made or brought to fruition in these times. Okay, so we're seeing things are breaking down even more between the nations. Okay, between the West in itself, Europe and U.S. are going at it. U.S. and Ukraine. Okay, U.S. and China. Okay, and even with the southern, the northern tribes. Okay, U.S. and Mexico and whatnot. All right. And these different southern tribes, okay, you got the El Salvador prison, okay, so it's a lot going on right now, but you should not have the spirit of fear. I know I don't right now. These are exciting times. These are things that need to happen in order for the kingdom to be established and for Yahweh Shah to ultimately come. So these are good things, okay? He gave us what? But of power and of love and a sound mind. And like I said, having a sound mind, knowing these things that I just said are coming to fruition, that are presently happen and are going to continue to happen and ramp up. Okay, this brings me personally, as a man of the Lord, servant of the Lord, speaking to myself for and foremost comfort. While what the 2/3 and the heathens are becoming what uncomfortable. Okay, they're becoming they're becoming uncomfortable. They're not knowing what's going on. Okay, they're not able to figure out what's going on, and they don't know. They have a lot of doubt, uncertainty, unawareness. Okay, that's happening. So right now in these times, it's important to what? Have a sound mind. Okay, to be sharp. Okay, think on your toes. Okay, not let the pressure of this world collapsing around you and the people around you influence you. Okay, so that's what I just want to bring out. Okay, speaking to myself first and foremost. Okay, not having any fear, not worrying about these things that are what coming to pass in this time. All right. Okay, so he gave us the power, okay, of love, okay, and basically the power as a man of the Lord, a servant of the Lord, to stand what? Firm, okay, to bring out this gospel, to bring out this truth, okay. He didn't give us the spirit of the 2/3 and the spirit of these heathen nations, okay. They're scared, they're running around, okay, don't know what's going to happen next, okay, when the next shoe is going to drop. Like I said, you can see China getting messed up real bad, okay. So, it's a lot going on right now, okay? Isaiah 33:6, okay? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, okay? Like I said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times. And we are in these times right now that wisdom and knowledge is going to be what? The stability. That's going to keep you stable on the right path. Okay, not to make certain moves that can put you, your life, or your family's life in danger. Okay, making the right decisions, waiting on the Lord, taking counsel with the Lord in these times of judgment. So right now, you want to make sure that you're on point with that. You're locked in with the Lord. That's what you need to do. Okay, you need to be locked in with the Lord. You can't be worrying about what everybody else got going on, because a lot of people, the majority of the world, is in the world. They're concerned about carnal things, prepping, okay, having guns, storing up gold, okay, getting in with this person, okay, trying to financially save themselves, okay. All these things are going to be passed away. All these things are going to be destroyed. All these things are going to come to naught. The men of the Lord, the servants of the Lord, starting with the apostles, the elders, a great millstone all the way down, have been for decades, 40 plus years almost, basically saying, get right, okay? These things are going to come to pass, okay? So now everybody's getting scared, okay? Now they're trying to, they're on the fence. But being on the fence right now is not going to get you saved, okay? You're either in with Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, or you're not, okay? And this is for the remnant, okay? This is for the blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, okay? This message is for you, okay? The remnant of Israelites that they're willing to save, okay? That are out there that may hear this message, okay? You shouldn't have wisdom. You should have you should have wisdom, but you shouldn't have fear, okay? You should have trust in Yahweh and Yahweh Shah in these times of judgment, okay? So that's very important, and that's gonna what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be your stability. So you taking counsel, like I said, from the Lord before you do certain things, instead of, in the past, or if you were in the world, you just what your impulse is, whatever the flesh says, do. Okay, men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, we're not going to do that. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, okay? So, you know, you want to remain stable. And also, with Isaiah 4:1, women are going to see that. They're going to see that you're a stable man. You're not bothered by the things that are happening because you were already foretold by the scriptures, by Yahweh and Yahweh. They gave you the spirit of discernment, okay? They give you the wisdom and knowledge and understanding to make you stable. So women are going to see that. Whether they're 2/3 women or a woman in the truth, they're going to see who you really are, okay, in these times. This is what men are going to be really made of. We're going to see who the real men are going forward in these times, okay? All right, who are the men that the Lord is really dealing with? That's what we're about to see, okay? But I don't have a spirit of fear on me. I'm actually relaxed. The more things turn up, the more relaxed I get, because in my mind I'm saying, okay, I've already prepared years for this, okay? I've been studying, I've been hearing the prophets out on the highways and byways and on the information superhighway, which is the internet. They've been talking about this for years, so I'm already good. You know, I've been warned. The watchmen have been out here, okay, letting everybody know these things, okay? So this is a good thing, all right? So it's like, okay, well, you know what to expect, okay? It's like you jab and you come up with a strategy. You know how the boxer, which is the Esau, your opponent, you know when he's going to jab, you know his strength, you know his next move, because you were what? Coached by Yahweh and Yahweh, be it the men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, and the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, okay? And you know, they told you, they gave you the keys, okay, to the kingdom, basically. They gave you the keys to this man's strategy of what he's going to do, when he's going to jab, how he's going to back up, how he's going to guard himself. So we, you know, as a servant of the Lord, men of the Lord, as a student, you know, I'm still a newborn babe, very new. I don't know a lot, you know, as a student, you know, so I'm studying and everything, and I know what to expect, okay? And as a man in the Lord, servant of the Lord, you should know what to expect too, okay? So don't be, freaking out. Don't fret. No anxiety. Stress level should be down. You know, things are getting tight, okay? But we know at the end of the day, Yahweh and Yahweh Shah is going to look out for us with food and provisions. Going to look out for us, make sure that we stay out of danger. Make sure you keep certain men that would want to put us to death or come after us, okay? You know, keep those men far away from us, okay? Now, we know that some men will be martyrs. That's part of it, okay? But the majority of the servants of the Lord, men of the Lord, are going to be looked after by Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, okay? And that's a good thing, all right? 1 Samuel 12:24. Only fear Yahweh and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things he have done for you. Okay, yeah. So you should only what? Fear Yahweh, okay? Fear the Lord, okay? Fear Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, okay? Fear the Lord, Heavenly Father, because what? He's the creator of all. He's the Father of all spirits, okay? Do not fear what man can do to you. Only fear what the Heavenly Father, because he can kill the body and the soul, okay? So, you know, that's enough right there to, you know, should put you at ease, okay? We know that man's goings are the Lord, so if he sends somebody just to walk up on you and smack you or something, we know that's with something, you know, that's the Lord doing that, okay? And if he keeps you out of danger and a near-death experience, okay, we also too know that that's Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, okay? The man's goings are the Lord. So, you know, everybody is controlled by the Lord. The heathen, everybody, the 2/3, okay? Okay, we only fear him, okay? So that's why I said it's important to be what? In good graces, okay? Not to fear nobody or nothing else, what Esau or nobody else can do, okay? We don't care about that, all right? All we care about is ministering this word, getting the truth out, edifying the body, you know, edifying its members, okay? Doing the work of the Lord, okay? I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, doing the work of the Lord, and turning from that old man, okay? Refraining from sin, okay? Even though, roughly paraphrasing, you know, when you run, you know, get away from sin, you make yourself a prey, that's fine, but because we know that the Lord will protect us as we look like prey to the 2/3 and the heathens out here, okay, in different ways, all right? So only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your hearts, and that's what a servant of the Lord and men of the Lord are out here doing, okay, on the highways and byways, okay, on the information superhighway. We're out here serving the Lord to the best of our ability with all our hearts, okay? And like I said, I'm starting speaking to myself first and foremost. You know, when I come out and do these, lessons out and, outside and whatnot, I feel better. I feel relieved. I feel a lot of stress and weight and whatnot comes up off me, because this is my comfort. These scriptures, like they say, are like the apostles and elders tell you, these scriptures are your comfort, and they really are, okay? So as a man of the Lord, servant of the Lord, we get into the scriptures more, to not only be watchmen and to not only warn, but to also find comfort, okay? And the opposite of fear, okay? Happiness, okay? We're not saddened or anything. We're not fearful, okay? We find our power is in these scriptures, okay? Edifying the body and letting all the nations know what is to come. What's the next move that Yahweh and his enemies, okay, against Yahweh are going to do, all right? And the scriptures allow us to break that down, bring that out, okay? So we serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider how great things he have done for you, okay? Yes, and as a servant of the Lord and men of the Lord, okay, in this truth, the Most High has done mighty works for me, works that I haven't even put out, on I guess to say, to the body, or on wax, or on the internet public. He has done mighty works, okay, for me. He's done, make sure I stay alive in near-death experiences, make sure I get the right woman around me, okay, that, he sees fit or wants to show mercy on, make sure she does what she's supposed to do. He's put me in a lot of positions to do this work and continue to do this work, okay, through everything that's been going on in the Israelite community and beyond, okay. He's allowed me, kept me out of harm's way many a times, okay, more times than I can account, okay. But like I said, I'm new in the truth, okay. I've been only in the truth for 4 years, okay, but I've been teaching for 3, okay. So basically, that's important, to just like the scriptures say, fear the Lord. We do not fear the devices or things that men can do to us, okay, in these times of judgment, okay. We only fear the Lord, okay. Okay, so Matthew 6:34. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow, for tomorrow shall take thought for the things of itself, okay. So we don't have to worry about tomorrow. We know, basically, the scripture is saying tomorrow is already written, okay. No fear, okay. Don't worry about that. Don't try to control something. Like right now, at this point, we gotta let Yahweh do his thing. Let him control what's going on, and let him do his work, okay. We can't be trying to make sure that this is going right, or trying to work around this. We got to let things happen, let things play out, because we know ultimately the Lord is doing his work, okay. Let him do his work. It's time for Yahweh to work right now, and he's working on gold, okay. They keep trying to suppress it, okay. They keep trying to look at he's in this boat. He's trying to come close to hear what I was going on. When I be out here doing work, okay, these Edomites be so nosy. They be wanting to ear hustle so hard. But I try to speak up louder so they can hear and whatnot. And they love to see what's going on. They see me. They know, okay? They know. People know about the prophets. When they see this garment on, they want to know. But they don't want to know at the same time. But they know it's doom and gloom. They know that this word is out. They've heard this word, no matter who they are. No matter who they are or what they're about. They've heard this word, okay? This garment, wearing this garment out amongst the nations and 2/3 of the heathens, people know, all right? So don't worry about, I went off on a tangent. Don't worry about tomorrow, okay? Don't worry about trying to change things. The Most High has everything under control. All you got to do is have faith in the Lord, okay? He did not give us the power or the spirit's salakia of fear, okay, in these times of judgment, okay. The Lord is going to take care of everything. Everything's already set up and taken care of by the Lord, all right. So there's no trying to, fight things, okay. And I had to learn that too. Just let things, as we get closer and closer to the end, let things be. Just let things fall into place, okay. And the Lord will get you out those tight, uncomfortable jams. Instead of you trying to step in and direct a person or direct a situation, just fall back, okay? Release control unto the Lord, okay? Especially in these times, because right now he moving chess pieces and pawns of people, okay? Organizations, companies, everything. He's moving things faster and faster right now, okay? Time is getting shorter, okay? But do not fret, do not fear, okay? Yahweh and Yahushua, he has our back, okay? He's going to make sure we're good, okay? Just have to have faith, okay? He's brought you through, if you're in the truth, a man of the Lord, serves the Lord, I'm pretty sure he brought you through tons of things up until this point, okay? So how much more as things get worse, okay, in the world? He's going to do the exact same thing, okay? So I'm speaking from experience, okay? And as a man, first and foremost, and the testimony of what Yahweh has done for me, okay? He's made sure I got out of a lot of jams, make sure I have food, make sure I have things sufficient enough to me so I can do the work, and not making me rich, not making me poor, okay? He getting on my enemies and whatnot in different ways. So things are going to work itself out. Do the work, everything will work out. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost as a man of the Lord, okay? Servant of the Lord, okay? Everything will work itself out, all right? Okay, Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you. Yeah, do the work, everything will work out. Don't worry about everything. Everything, we seek the kingdom first, okay, of Yahweh, because we know that's right around the corner, okay? And because it makes sense, and because we believe, we have the faith, okay? We're not worried about this world. This world is passing away. It's dead out here. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Nothing going on. There's a whole bunch of peace being taken from this place, a lot of killing, okay, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of betrayals, okay, a lot of agreements and things being pulled back or being discontinued or discarded, okay. It's a dog world, even more so now. It's even becoming colder, okay, because Yahushua is taking a piece from this place. He's about to come, okay, and destroy this place, okay, destroy this kingdom and hand it over to who? The Israelites, okay. Profitable fruit, okay, profitable seed, okay, in this time, okay. So Matthew 6:33, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, okay, and that's men of the Lord, the servants of the Lord. That's what we strive for, righteousness. We want a righteous kingdom. We don't want it trash and women all out of order of the nation, especially the head woman Judah. We don't want to see her acting out no more, okay, and acting crazy. We want to see them in their right mind. We want to see the animals, okay, happy and, living, okay. We want to see, we don't want to see them in zoos. We don't want to see pollution everywhere, the water all messed up, okay. We don't want to see the air, or smell the air, or see the air being messed up and destroyed, okay. The trees, everything. We want everything to be back how Yahweh created it to be, okay. Because like men of the Lord, servants of the Lord tell you, the earth is what? A paradise, okay? It's not meant to be trash, and it's trash under who? Esau, the white man. He's trashed and messed up everything, okay? Defiled everything, made weaponized everything. Things that were not supposed to be weaponized. Water, okay? Simple. Air, weaponized, okay? How much more so the people and the animals and things like that, okay? So that has to go, okay? We want to seek righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you. Okay, and that's why you don't need to fear, okay? You don't need to have anxiety. You don't need to worry, okay? You don't need to second guess. You don't need to doubt. You need to just relinquish control to the Lord, okay? And let him do his work, okay? Let Yahweh work. That's what he's doing right now. He's going to work. He's been hitting this place, tenderizing the meat, okay? He's been tenderizing and warming this place up so his son can come and ultimately destroy it, okay? And then the 144 is going to help clean everything up, okay? Put a nail in the coffin in this place, all right? All right, so, all right. Okay, so I'm going to read out of Luke 12:22. Okay, Yahushua said to his disciples, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, what you will wear. Okay, right, and we don't need to worry about those things, okay? Those things are not, we don't need to worry about them. All we need to do is keep our faith on the Lord. Keep keep our eyes on the prize, which is this kingdom. Okay, keep our eyes on the prize. Do not let any man take our crown. Okay. All right. Do not let any man take our crown in these times of judgment. Okay. Stay on this path. Okay. Stay on this tightrope. Okay. The straight gate. That's what we need to concentrate on. Okay. Don't worry about your clothes. Okay. Don't worry about your life. Okay. Don't even worry about what you. Most High is going to deal with that. Okay. He'll set everything up. Okay. And he does. Okay. He'll make stuff happen. Miracles happen. Okay. Things that you would never even thought he can make happen, because nothing is impossible for the living power to do. Right. All right. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. Okay. Right. Consider the ravens. Look, I love when he does these bird analogies, because these birds, okay, they're out here all the time. They're small. Some of them are small. Some of them are big. Okay, but they always eat. They live years. Okay, the bigger they are, the longer they live. But overall, they don't do any work. Okay, they don't. They just fly to and from, go to and from. Okay, they don't save. They don't have savings. Okay, the Lord looks out for them. Make sure they eat, whether it's people feeding them, or they get food from what? Honey, different bird species. So it says, consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn, yet Yahweh feeds them. Right. They get fed. So how much, we going to be good. Okay. Especially, you a servant of the Lord, man of the Lord, you're going to be good. He's going to look after you. There's no need to fear. You can just look at the birds. We got examples of this right now, of animals and things that are being fed out in the wild that don't have nothing. Okay, don't have nothing, but every day they get what they need. Okay, they living long. Okay, and how much more? Okay, God feeds them, and Yahweh feeds them, and how much more valuable you are than birds. See, who are you by worrying? Okay, who are you by worrying can add a single hour to your life? Right, exactly. So you worrying about stuff that you can't control. Okay, how you worrying and trying to figure out how to get around certain things that's going on in the world, whatnot. You a servant of the Lord, man of the Lord. You worrying. Okay, you can't add that time on to a week or 2 months more into your life. You can't do that. All right. Instead of taking that time to worry about stuff and to have fear, get in the scriptures, fast, pray, take counsel of the Lord, release control of your situation, let the Lord deal with it. Okay, that's the best thing to do. Okay, use your time wisely in these times of judgment, because time is short. Use your time wisely. Like I keep saying, my bug out bag is my garment. Okay, my New Living Translation. Okay, my stand for my phone. That's my bug out bag. Okay, I take it with me where I never know when I'm going to want to stop or need to do a lesson or something. I like doing lessons in season, out of season, on a whim. Okay, day or night. You never know. Okay, so, and how much more valuable you are than birds. Who are you by worrying can add a single hour to your life? You can't. Since you cannot do this very little thing, right? Why do you worry about the rest? That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. You can't, by worrying, you say, okay, if I do this and do it by this time and do it this way, I can get out of it and I can add, not only get what I want in this present time, but I'll be able to add 2 more years on to my life, or a month off to my life. You can't. That's not how that works. That's not how this works. Okay? Those that, I'm roughly paraphrasing, those that seek to save their life shall lose it, and those that lose their life shall find eternal, everlasting life. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so yeah, man, you can't control that. Like most I say, everything is tomorrow is already taken care of. Okay, he already knows and has plays set up. You gotta see the bigger picture. Let him work. Let Yahweh work. Consider how the wildflowers grow. They do not labor or spin. No. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how Yahweh clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown in the fire, how much more will he clothe you, you of little faith, okay? And everything is screwed up and messed up right now, okay? Everything is screwed up and messed up right now, but that's even better, because that means the Most High is going to have to put in way more work, okay? This is his challenge, and it's not no challenge to him. Let him work, okay? Let him do his thing. Right, you, a field of tulips. I'm just roughly saying tulips or whatever, wildflowers. I'm not that knowledgeable of different, wildflowers and whatnot. But the ones with all the colors, and purples and golds and yellows and different things like that. He, like you said, he can make a beautiful field of flowers, lilies and different things. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has done that. They don't do nothing, but they look beautiful. Okay, they look beautiful to the eye, very pleasant. So if the Lord can do that, how much more, can he deal with us, help us? Okay. Okay, yeah, I tell you, not even Solomon, all his splendor, was dressed like one of these. If that is how Yahweh clothed the grass of the field, which is thrown into the fire, how much more will he clothe you, you of little faith, right? You of little faith. Okay, get your faith up right now. Upgrade your faith. Level up your faith, all right? Do not worry, man. Do not worry about it. It will be fine, okay? Do not worry, okay? All right? Okay, and do not set your heart on what you will eat or drink. Do not worry about it, right? Do not worry about what you're going to eat or drink. Just stay locked in on this truth. If you call yourself a servant of the Lord, man of the Lord, everything will work out, man. Trust me, the miracles are coming. The miracles are already happening, okay? The miracles been here, okay? You call yourself a servant of the Lord, man of the Lord, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Do not worry, okay? Do not lose faith, okay? Lock in, man up. This is the time to show that you're a real man. Not only a real man of the Lord, but prove to yourself, okay? Take your fears and face them head on. Literally. I know that's easier said than done, but you got to relinquish control and give it to who? Yahweh, all right? In these times. And do not set your heart on what you will eat or drink. Do not worry about it. For the pagan world runs after all such things. Right, the pagan world, okay? The pagan lifestyle, these nations, these heathens. That's how they think. Oh, I gotta get this, I gotta go here, I gotta do this, ripping and running errands, running around in circles and not accomplishing nothing. Just burning your body out, burning your mind out, burning your spirit out, okay? I've read into that before about them chasing money, and it makes them angrier, okay? It's never enough, okay? Enough income, enough assets. It's never enough. It's never enough to the man that has everything. He got the fatness of the earth. It's never enough. It's never enough, okay? So don't be that person right now in these times, especially if you call yourself a man of the Lord, servant of the Lord. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. You don't want to be that right now. You want to be locked into the Lord, okay? You want to have faith that he's going to look out for you. You want to be, you want to have understood that everything is going to be okay with your spirit and in your mind in these times of judgment, okay? So you don't want to worry about those things that you can't control, because the Most High is going to be making plays right now. He's making a lot of plays right now. And you don't want to get in the way of him making a play. You want to just let him do his work, okay? Just go, run, be a wide receiver. Run out there. Just run out there. Run as fast as you can. Get in front of your ops, okay? Your opponents, okay? And catch what? That play that he's going to throw. That ball he's going to throw to you, all right? You can't be scared. We in the Super Bowl right now, all right? Okay, all right, so for the pagan world runs after all such things. Yeah, they chasing after nothing. Chasing after stupid stuff that's about to be destroyed and burnt up. Put your energy in this truth, okay, this gospel, this word. That's what I do. I put my time in over my woman. I put my time and energy, into this truth and gospel over my woman. She come last. And she knows that too. It ain't like it's a secret or anything. Oh, yeah. She knows that. That's what I'm saying. You got it right now. This is a time for men to shine, to really, especially if you're in this truth And as a man of the Lord, this is your time to shine. Gold's going up. Yeah, they're going to try to suppress it and keep it down. But as gold goes up, so will the value of the men of the Lord. All right? And do not set your heart on what you eat or drink. Do not worry about it. For the pagan world runs after all such things, and your Father knows that you need them. See, he knows everything. Just making sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, Yahweh knows what you need. See, he knows what you need. He knows what you need, what's good for you. Okay, every man has their own lot. Every man has their own amount of faith. Every man has their own talents in this truth, in this gospel, in this body. Every man is different. He knows that, okay? He knows what you need to do, all right? So just let him do it, all right? You know what you need. But seek his kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well, right? See, seek the kingdom. That's what I'm doing out here, serving the Lord, men of the Lord, okay? Speaking to myself first and foremost. I'm trying to seek what? The kingdom, all right? I'm trying to seek his kingdom, and things will be given to you as well, okay? All right, so what? All right, 32, all right, Luke 12 and 32. Do not be afraid, look, see, do not be afraid, little flock, for your Father has been pleased to give you the kingdom, okay? Sell your possessions and give to the poor, okay? Charity, okay? And not just go out there, just get a you know, be mindful and do things appropriately in order and decency and think. But if you don't need it, you don't need it. If it's not, you know, adding any benefit to you, you know, get rid of it. Become a minimalist. That's what Apostle Gabar Tahar, you know, saying. I do that too. That's why I'm always wearing the same stuff. Exactly the same stuff when I'm, you know, doing my lessons. And that's how I am. My girl will tell you. I'm a minimalist, all right? Very minimalist, all right? Because I know, like, it's no point of going out and getting stuff if everything's about to be destroyed, you know? Everything's about to be washed up. So, and the Lord will look out for if I need anything else. That's how I look at it. I put my trust fully in the Lord, all right? All right, so don't be afraid. Say that. Don't be afraid, okay? Provide purses for yourself that will not wear out, and treasures in heaven that will never fail. Yeah, put your treasures, store up your treasures in heaven, because what? They will not fail, okay? That's what you want to do. Build up your spiritual bank account. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. That's very important to me than my worldly or my physical paper bank account or ones and zero bank account, digital bank account. Okay, I care about my spiritual bank account because that's going to be a longer term investment. That's going to yield more. It's more of a benefit. It's more to it's going to be a bigger benefit to not only me, but you know, to my family. Okay, to my loved ones, the people that are going to stand next to me in these times. Okay, now we know everybody is not going to be able to do that, even your family and whatnot. But that's not the point. The point is that your spiritual bank account, you want that to be fat. And as a servant of the Lord, men of the Lord, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. That's what I've been depositing, making deposits, you know, as much as possible, you know, doing the work, okay, in season, out of season, okay, being consistent, okay. And then you got the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They've been doing it 40 plus years, so you know their bank account is huge, okay. It can't compare, okay. It's huge. We can't, you know, like I said, I'm only been in the truth 4 years, and I've been teaching for 3, right? I've been searching for the truth for a minute, and I finally found it in 2020, okay? But these guys have been in it longer than me. You know, I woke up somewhat in 2008, okay, and have been looking for it since, but the Lord had to take me through certain things to get me to this point, okay? Things we know don't happen overnight, but, you know, that's why it's important to write while time is short, you know, build up your spiritual bank account. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost as a man, all right? See? Provide purses for yourself that will not wear out, a treasure in heaven that will never fail, and where no thief comes near and no moth destroys, right? And these women out here want to steal your money, you know, these scammers, okay? They your physical money, the things you have in this world right now, if you don't have nothing, nobody can do nothing to you. Not even the government. Okay. The only thing they can do to you right now is throw you in a prison. That's it. Okay. And possibly get your head chopped off. That's the only thing they can coming with right now. All right. But even with that, you know, we got faith in the Lord. Okay. I know I do. Speaking to myself first and foremost. Esau can have as many threats, Trump, executive orders, and many threats as they want, you know, but I'm still going to do the work, okay? I'm still going to come out, you know what I'm saying? I'm still going to speak about the Lord, okay? I'm going to still say Yahweh and Yahweh Shah's name, okay, to the very end, okay? That's my goal. That's what I ultimately want to accomplish, okay, during this war, okay, this spiritual war. I want to also prove myself to Yahweh and Yahweh Shah that, you know, they can trust me. They you know, read my heart, look through me, okay? Read my mind, okay? See what I'm about. And I want them to, you know that. That's more important to me, how they view me, than what men say or do, you know, to me. All right? Because I know at the end we all win, okay? The Israelites win, all right? All right, so nobody can steal that away. Nobody can steal this wisdom and knowledge that you built up in the spirit and in the scriptures, okay? The things that these precepts, you putting together things, okay? You teach it. Nobody can take that away from you, okay? Not even Esau, nobody, whether it's technology or anything, okay? But where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. And that's the point of the whole matter, is that you want your treasure to be what? Stored up in the heavens, because that's what he said your heart would be. Okay, and like I say, first and foremost, speaking to myself, okay, my treasure is with Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, okay? It's not here on earth, okay? It's not in Bank of America. It's not in SunTrust Bank or Truist Bank, okay? I'm not worried about all that. I'm worried about making sure the Heavenly Father, when I need to cash out, I can cash out, okay? Because that's what it's about. And by cashing out, I mean, he'll look at me, provide me the provision, because I did the work. I put in the work. You put in work with Esau, and whenever he pays you, he'll pay you. But with the Lord, it's not like that. He's fair, okay? You do the work. You put in what you put in, and you get out what you put in, basically. So I just wanted to bring that out. Don't have a spirit of fear in these times of judgment, okay? Yahweh is going to sing Yahweh Shah soon. Everything is collapsing. Things are getting worse by the day, okay? All Esau's assets are ready to strike, okay? China and Iran, okay? We just waiting for the MOTB to ultimately be rolled out as well, okay? You can see that's happening, okay? May is going to be crazy, because that's where that real ID is going to kick in. A lot of other things are going to kick in, and this devil is coming down with great wrath, because he know that he have a short time left. So with that, I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. All right, this is y&ymission. Shalom.